Hey everyone, Jonathan with Blogging Your Passion. Wanted to share with you something very important that I do on a regular basis to keyword optimize my old content for more traffic. Now that might sound like a mouthful, but one of the best ways to discover what is working on your site is to see what it's saying to you. And by that I mean that you need to hook up a Google Analytics account and have this functioning up and running and making sure that you are ready to go to start receiving data that you can further use in driving more traffic to your site. But one of my favorite things that I love to do is use Google Analytics to see what keyword phrases people are using to access certain pages on my site. And that gives you clues as to what Google is ranking your pages for, the keywords they're using to rank your pages. So I'm just going to give you an example. So when you log into your analytics account, to go down to view report on the content overview. And then if you scroll down, we're going to view full report underneath the total content, or the top content I should say. And then when you do that, I usually like to expand this out a little bit. And you also want to make sure that you expand this out. I've got this out 6 months so that you got plenty of numbers here to play with. And there's a particular post that I want to use as an example. Bob had written a review on the Thesis WordPress theme that we love to use. And so I'm going to show you an example of how I could go back. It's been a few months since he's written this post. As you can see, we've so far have had about 476 visits to that one post. And so if you click on this, it'll take you to another page where you can do some more analyzing. But what I'm looking for is this right here, this entrance keywords. By clicking on that, I'm going to be able to view the exact keywords that Google is telling me that it's sending traffic to. So you see Thesis WordPress theme, there's been 150 views here, Thesis WordPress 19, WordPress Thesis theme. So anybody that searches in Google, they are falling on these. So they're ranking at some level. What I like to do is go back into my post and work these top keywords into my text. And that could do two things. Number one, it can kind of solidify it in the rankings because that keyword phrase is actually in your text, in your article. Or number two, it can actually even bump the rankings just by working in the keyword phrase. It makes it more relevant. So I'll give you an example. If I were to take this Thesis WordPress, and I just like to do Control-C after I highlight it, I go right into my blog post. I like to expand it so I can see more of my text. And then what I like to do, and let's see if I can move this. What I like to do is I use the feature, the search feature in your browser, the find feature, and I just copy and paste it and see, okay, that's showing up. So I know that one's showing up. Let me go back over here and let's see if WordPress Thesis theme is showing up in there. So now I'm going to take that one. Okay, see, that's not showing up. So I'm going to work this WordPress Thesis theme in here. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, I found a good example right here. It just says Thesis has a huge community of users. I'm going to actually change this and make it the WordPress Thesis theme has a huge community of users. So now I've got this keyword phrase that I'm already getting traffic on that is now optimized for that. So what I'll do is I'll go down through here and I'll check each of those. So am I showing up for why I still love Thesis theme? So I would come over here, I would check that in the text, and no, it's not appearing in there. So I would add another sentence, expand on this article, and I would add that. And I would do this over and over again to these top keywords. But here's the beauty of it, and here's what you may not realize, is that there's over 61 keywords that has landed on this page. There's lots of keywords out there that can land on your content, and you got to optimize it.